In my lifetime, as a matter of fact, in 1990, diagnosed at Royal Inland Hospital in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada, is my diagnosis of total stage 5 failure of both kidneys within roughly a 2-week period in 1990. I was in what the medical community thought was dire straits. I either had to have dialysis immediately booked, and they did book me an emergency appointment, and I didn't take it. But they booked it for me and told me, look, you've got 2 weeks, give or take a day or two, one way or the other, if you don't take dialysis, and we will be going to your funeral if you invite us. Um, I went completely blank. I couldn't answer him. I couldn't focus. I couldn't register a thought. I went out and sat on the steps of the hospital, and literally a minute or so after trying to just think any thought at all and not being able to get my mind to register anything, I couldn't even look at a grain of dust on the sand and recognize that it was a grain of dust. I was just looking at stuff I couldn't identify. My mind was like a completely erased hard drive. It was just wiped. I pulled out my wallet, looked at my driver's license, and there was my name, and then all of a sudden things started to click back in from that point on. And I realized I was going to do this herbally, or try to. I wasn't going to live on dialysis. That was not for me. If it didn't work, okay, fine, I died on the herbs. But that was my choice, and I was going to make that choice, and I was going to do that. I was afraid. I'll tell you, I had the worst reaction I thought I could have had. I was stunned by it, and that's what I thought, well, what if I'm wrong? What if my herbs are no good? With all my experience and my curing myself from rheumatoid arthritis and all that, I still thought, what if I'm wrong? Dialysis isn't a great life, but it is life. And then I got up and I gave myself a shake and got on my bike and I said, no, thank you. I won't be here for the dialysis appointment. Don't waste the time booking it. See you later. And left. I went to a company, a marvelous herbal company called the Strauss Herb Company in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. And this herbal company, the Strauss Herb Company, they turned around and gave me their kidney and high blood pressure drops now. It used to be a tea, and you had to be very dedicated to drink it because it was the old-fashioned, and don't worry about the taste, it works. And you had to believe it worked, believe me. Just to drink it, you had to believe it worked. I know we've all drank some of that. Buckley's as a kid is the first thing I think of. But anyway, outside of that, in a matter of 1/3 of what they told me to take for a full dosage, my kidneys were working again. Within 2 weeks, they were working well enough I didn't die, and within a month, they were working well enough I had noticeable improvement. And within 2 months, I was feeling more energy than I'd felt in my life before. And I realized at that point I'd had bad kidneys all my life. I never knew it. You know, you're born with them as a child. You don't really think there's anything wrong with you. You just think you're normal. You don't recognize yourself as abnormal because you have nothing to compare yourself with. And that's what I found when I was 40 and I had my kidneys rebuilt, is that, my gosh, they never worked right. I feel so much better here, here, and here. I've never felt this before. So people, there's times, even depression is mistaken for, kidney failure is mistaken for depression even at times. It happens. So, here I am now with completely healthy kidneys. I only took 1/3 of their dosage at that time, and I got smarter. At 55, when they failed again, and they do say 15-year maintenance program, and 15 years is what their product works. I took the entire program the second time, and now at 65, still feel great. And in the meantime, I worked out a maintenance program based on pure water, proper minerals and trace elements, and a few other goodies you'll see in the document. And what that's done is made my kidneys just have a little bit of an extra tweak. You know, they work really, really good. Pure water especially. Kidneys process liquids. And you'll see the type of liquids that are good to drink and the type you should leave alone listed in the document. Also, at the bottom of the page, there are other kidney issues outside of kidney failure. And I do have a line of herbs called Nature's Sunshine, and they are a licensed line of Chinese herbs. This is ancient Chinese herbal medicine from a civilization whose people live to older, healthier, longer lives than anywhere else on earth. Their medical system is better. The evidence of that is in the longevity and healthiness of their people. So what I am saying is this group, Nature's Sunshine, since the 1970s, has carefully taken the time to have every product licensed in Canada. And they're also working on licensing in the States. Now, what I have here is Canadian. It is not necessarily in the United States. For those of you listening in the U.S. or in Canada, these products can only be shipped to a Canadian address. And so you have to have a Canadian address for them to be shipped to. So that's how they restrict international shipping. I am getting an American website. I hope it's up in a few days. I've contacted them a few times, and I'll be contacting them again within the next week or so, I hope. Read about these products. It's only maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs under each one. Click on the link, and you'll see different issues like kidney stones, urinary infections, and other things that lead to kidney problems that each of these products deals with. And it's legal for us to say this in Canada because these products have been put through Canadian testing and have been licensed to say these things. In other words, it is a completely legally licensed line of herbs to say and make the claims that it does with its literature. So please read each of them. I think you'll find it very interesting. As usual, copy and paste the document on kidneys immediately in the comments section and have it in your file so that you can read it at your leisure. I am making a testimonial, an honest testimonial of my own route back to health from kidney failure. It is not me saying, do this, do that. This is what I do. I personally have a life of exemplary kidney health without dialysis after total failure as a result of what I have written here. My life is this way. The only products that are not included in that, as I've said, I do not take all 5 of the ones down at the bottom. There's just simply no need to take them all. You'll take a look through them and you'll see which ones apply most to your issue and govern yourselves accordingly. Thank you for watching the video. Again, I'm not good at making videos, so if you click it off and just copy and paste, I'll understand. I do the same thing, to be honest. And I'll stop recording here and let you go to the document. Thank you very much. Bye.